Meanwhile, the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association is raising alarm about the rising rate of business relocation, closure, and divestment as a result of current economic challenges in the country, while calling for more collaboration between government and private sectors. NECA's Director General, Mr. Adewale Smart Oyerinde, in a statement said that in most developing economies across the globe, private businesses accounted for over 93% of employment, including formal and informal jobs. He said the private sector continued to remain the catalyst for economic growth as a major contributor to national income and efficient flow of capital. The DG acknowledged and commended the federal government on efforts to address concerns of the private sector and steps taken to provide some respite to businesses in specific sectors of the economy. Now, the Arewa Economic Forum says the Nigeria-Niger border closure is resulting in losses of 13 billion naira on a weekly basis. Following this development, most perishable consumables are lost and wants the authorities to address the issue more diplomatically. Lara Folayan reports.
Nigeria has trade ties with neighboring Niger as goods valued at millions of dollars are traded between the two nations annually. Recent developments which led to the Nigeria-Niger border closure is now hampering trade between the two countries. This is against the backdrop of sanctions being meted out on the country after the military removed its president. Nigeria has also cut off electricity supply to the country. The border closure situation is now of grave concern to the Arewa Economic Forum, which says it is causing huge financial losses.
Trade is ever present. Trade is continuous. As at last year, I think the formal trade recorded between Nigeria and Niger is about 171 billion. But one thing, just like Nigeria, Niger has a large part of its trade informal, not formalized, so it's not captured. And that estimate of the informal trade is more than 515 billion naira.
The losses are growing, and the effects no one can predict at this moment.
The group is hoping that the crisis will be resolved soon and is suggesting alternatives like opening up the Maje border between Nigeria and Benin Republic in Kebbi State for free flow of goods and services.
We are appealing to the federal government and the other agency stakeholders that we are looking for a second alternative, which the alternative that would be is that Maje. There is a border that has connection with Niger, Cotonou, Benin Republic, that has connection with Nigeria. We don't have any access to cross our consignment for now, unless we will now carry our consignment down to Semi, which is not proper for us.
We are calling on the junta in Niger that they should come out and tell the whole world that they are willing to abide by all the international conventions and agreements signed by their nation on commerce, on trade, and on multilateral and bilateral relationships, so that the whole world will be at ease with them.
The group fears that prolonged closure of the border would cost Nigeria huge revenue losses from trade, and the people of Niger would also suffer the consequences. Lara Folayan, TVC News, Abuja.